Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne, our 1st edition adventure that has been repurposed to a 2nd edition adventure featuring these wonderful and amazing Patreons who come and support my channel, hang out, and get to play all the cool stuff with me. Say hi, guys!
Hey everyone!
Hello.
Yeah, it's so good to see your smiling faces, and it's so good to see so many wonderful people in chat here as well. I hope you guys are well rested and keen for a game today, because I know I am as well, because we are introducing a new character played by an old community member, and that is none other than our dear friend Cass, who is joining us in the table with their brand new character, Alizaro, a secretary bird. But I'll let the class speak for itself when we get there. Welcome, Cass. Good to have you on the table.
Thank you!
Are you excited for your first session?
I am. I'm very excited.
Nice. I love this. I love this. Amazing. Well, before we get started, we have, of course, our usual things to go through, starting, of course, with our note from our sponsor. Guys, we look as good as we look because we have a bunch of people who have our backs in terms of making this channel what it is today. And starting off with our list, we have none other than the amazing folks over at Hero Forge. For all the artworks you can see on stream here, all the characters who are not on camera, the animated creatures that you can see there are all ones made using Hero Forge, and yeah, honestly, it is an amazing bit of kit that allows you to help bring to life your concepts and your characters and have them 3D printed for your use at home. 3D models such as this and many more are available. Bear in mind, there are still some shipping... Sorry, I say still. There are now new shipping delays that have come through onto the Hero Forge end as well. So I don't want to give you guys a bum steer. You guys know what it's like, even with my sponsors. I am very honest and stuff. So there is a lot of frustration going around at the moment in regards to the shipping issues and stuff. Rest assured, you do get your stuff. It will happen. But I think a lot of people who don't live in the arse end of nowhere, like your friend Dag, are a little less patient when it comes to deliveries and things like that. So yeah, just a little patience, but you still get a high quality product from an amazing group that supports so many people throughout the industry. So still comes highly recommended. Still comes with the, hey, if you're in VTTs, you can also subscribe to them to get all the cool access to all the cool stuff. Then Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects that will come out throughout the game that we are playing. We have a huge variety of materials to be able to use, such as the sound of the roar of orcs rising to war. Nice. Or maybe orcs stopping very suddenly. There you go. Boom. This and many more, as well as music and soundtracks and stuff, are available at the touch of a finger so that you can help immerse your players into your world, because every epic game deserves to sound epic as well. There you go. No, not orcas, Mac. Just orcs. Although, you know, honestly, orcs, warcas. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna write that down. Fucking write it down, Dag. How do I write this down? I'm going to send it to myself on Facebook. That's how I'm going to remember, because those are where my very important messages go. There it is. Concept idea from McBluff. Orcs. Orca hybrids called Warcas. Coastal folk who are were orcas. Orcs. Or were orcs who were orcas. Bitten by orcs. Done. Nice. Concept is made. It is locked in. And I'll deny you ever made it up, Mac. No, I'm joking. I'd never do that. Okay. And last but not least, our final sponsor is none other than Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, which you can see all here. All of our maps, all of our dice rolls, all of the stuff that we use comes courtesy of the folks over at Fantasy Grounds. Now, Fantasy Grounds is one of the more robust tools of VTTs out there at the moment. It allows for a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to running games, especially games like Pathfinder, which do have quite a large number of rules and the like associated with it. But honestly, you get what you pay for. You pay to build the catalog. You make the catalog work for you. And honestly, it is one of the reasons why I can do so many games in such quick succession because the program takes care of me. So yeah, go check out Fantasy Grounds and yeah, enjoy. All right. Now, guys, as always, no game is complete without, of course, a wonderful table of creators and imaginators who gather together in order to, play and enjoy this game. So I'm going to now turn it over to my players who are going to introduce themselves and the characters that they're going to be playing in the brand new order that they find themselves in so that I can get a drink and set up my stuff for the day. So, take it away, guys.
Hello. Dag might have been referring to me with that comment, as now I am first, but I'm Malakisa and I play Holly, who is a fairy noble, except her family just got wiped out by a dude named Jack that was supposed to be her fiance, but she left because she didn't want to get married. So now she's next in line for the throne, which is kind of terrifying. And Jack is still alive, which is also a problem. She likes to read books a lot, and when she ran away from her wedding, she thought that living in Corvosa would be like living in one of her adventure books, and it turns out the adventure books lied, and it was far harder than she expected. She came in as a rogue, and in the process of trying to save orphans from dying of the plague, she wound up selling her soul to Asmodeus to become a cleric, and now she's sort of embracing her clerical powers and appreciating all of the things that Asmodeus has done for her, even though he is evil. But we'll see if she can keep herself the way she is.
Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm gonna be playing Alexander Croft, the Hell Knight signifier from the Order of the Gate. He is also a wizard. He is from Corvosa, and the younger brother to the guard captain Cressida Croft was on his way back to because he had a bad feeling that something was going on. Wound up meeting the party inside a worm, was subsequently rescued. A lot of other things happened up until that point, and now he believes that it wasn't just mere coincidence that the oracles let him leave, but it is fate that he is to help the party stop the queen. Agnes.
Okay, yes, hello. I'm Laura Bones, and I play Agnes, who is a psychic, and decided, well, she didn't decide to go on this adventure. She fell into this adventure and decided to go on with it to, yeah, kind of protect the city she lives in and make sure it's safe for her daughter. And that is still her goal, and also to get a date with Dan. Dante.
Dante went
Dante,
AFK.
yeah, I think he's sick.
All right, one of you guys pick up Dante, because I'm sure you guys know what Dante's like, and obviously not Cass.
Not it.
I'll
And
do
just
Dante.
and no, just for that, Marcus, you can do it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
This isn't
Dante's
you. It's not.
shit.
You've been traveling with Dante for long enough, and the not it is my instant. Oh, it is so you.
All right, fine. Okay. Below me is Dante. He is a Kitsune druid. From what I remember, he joined the party after his friend died from a Pesh overdose and is trying to stop that.
And then we have...
Hello, everyone. I'm Cass. I'm playing Elizaro, the the courier pigeon of Corvosa. And Quinn stole my fucking horse, and now I just want my horse. He was the goodest boy in all the land. Zafrini Tornado Wind Chaser the Fourth. I want my horse. I'm gonna go get my horse.
Amazing. I love it. All right. Well, guys, again, thank you guys for joining us. I cannot wait for today's session to start. But before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely and amazing audience for coming and joining us today. Thank you guys for being here and for, as always, spending your time and just being a part of the adventures as we undergo them. First of all, just by being here, you earn because we are a very engaging show, we invite you to come on behind the GM screen in order to help play and have a bit of fun with us. For those of you who, just watch the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time in order to influence the game with insight bonuses, inspiration, wandering monsters, divine healing, a whole bunch of cool stuff. And subscribers, you get extra points just from being subscribed. So yeah, hey, there you go. We then, of course, have a number of options for monetary donations for those of you who wish to help out our table. First of all, for $5, you can donate to get one of these red marks for a player of your choice or a purple mark for me. Red marks are hero points that can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Purple marks are jinx points that can be used by the GM to counter hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks of cards, either the Fate deck here, which is filled with flashbacks and plot twists, which are story prompts that allow me to add things to the game as we are playing, or alternatively, a heroic action, which gives a free action to a player of your choosing that has a free cool power that they'll get to use, which also functions as a hero point as well. So that's our $10 rewards. I love that as well. Thank you, McClover, for the donation. McClover has donated our $50 donation, which I'll come to in a second, and a heroic action. So since I've got the deck here, Cass, why don't you pick us a number between 1 and 5 for our first heroic action for Alizaro?
3.
1, 2, 3. All right. Pierce Resistance. Play this after you learn about a foe's resistance. Until the end of your next turn, the foe loses a resistance of your choosing. You must be aware of the resistance either from seeing them shrug off damage in the past, from an attack, or by making a successful knowledge check about them. I'm going to say this. If you do the recall knowledge check about them, I will allow it to last the entire combat instead of a single round. So there's that too. So that's called Pierce Resistance. You can make a note of that in your notes section on your character sheet, so that just you have that that there. I'll leave it here, so if you need me to read it out, I can. Okay. Then after our $10 donations, we have a $20 donation, which is a natural 20. These little golden nat 20s there, because sometimes you just need to fucking roll a nat 20. That's kind of how we go. These nat 20s are freaking powerful. They keep our heroes alive for a lot of the game. So yeah, these are always cool. And I am already loaded up with my 3 nat 20s, whereas my other players, Dante, Alexander, and Holly, are without. So, you're feeling generous. You're feeling up to it. Then we have a $50 donation, which is either a magic item to a player of your choosing. This item can be a homebrew item you design. You can ask me to design an item, or you can provide the character of your choosing an item from their wish list. Clover has donated for a magic item for Elizaro, which I'm going to keep making up the name, how to pronounce that over and over again. But McClover, who would you like to make this magic item? Would you like to throw out a homebrew idea? Would you like me to design it? Or do you want to give Cass something from their wish list? It is entirely up to you as to what you would like. So yeah. Alternatively, if you woke up and chose violence, you can use the $50 donation in order to increase the difficulty of a challenge, making a fight more difficult, making the terrain more hazardous, upping the antes by allowing just something to get in the way and increasing the number of objectives that the group is doing. You know, could be a whole bunch of stuff, but it is a major increase to the difficulty of the challenge that the group is currently facing. Always fun, always a bit of chaos, and yes, they do stack. And lastly, we have our $100 secret menu item, which of course is a massive boon and a massive thank you from our lovely audience when it comes to it. The $100 secret menu item is something that kind of changes the scope of what the game is, what's going on in the game, or very drastically alters what's potentially happening. Now, last we left off, our heroes are on the way to the holds of Belkzen, the land and home of the orcs. There is still a bit of journey before they arrive at that area, and before that our heroes are dealing with a fortune dragon, one who is granting wishes to our heroes at the cost of various quests. Now, in regards to this, Alexander had made a request for his deepest desire to be fulfilled by the dragon, who promptly disappeared in order to go and basically deal with this. So that is that's currently what's happening. As to what that means, that can mean a whole bunch of different things. But for the $100 secret menu item, I will provide insight to Alexander to all of the stuff that is happening with his wish, and the quest that'll be given will be one that, let's just say, they will have to deal with immediately and deal with quite... It's not necessarily a fight, but it could be very... If anyone's actually watched or played the game, it's called Soma. That's kind of the vibe. If you haven't, I know it's really hard. It's hard because I don't want to spoil it, but yes, it's a tricky one there. But Alexander's wish gets twisted for the $100 secret menu item, and we get to deal with a bunch of weird things. So there we go. All right. And with that being said, our donations are done. We have one more donation that came through, which was... Let me see here. Scrolling. While we're looking for the donation, all donations and proceeds at the moment going towards vet bills, because one of my cats needs some dental work. So they literally left this morning to go for their operation. They seemed happy and pleasantly settling back in, which, yay, is happy, but also, oh no, we had to take them straight back to the vet, so they're not happy at all. But they'll be okay. They'll be fine. All right, Cass, I've got the word from a Clover that you will get to decide on the magic item that you would like. You may pick any magic item of your choosing, and you may also only pick an item that is 2 levels higher than you or lower. Okay, so we have the plot twist here, which is the second plot twist of our day, and a nat 20 for Alexander.
Ooh, thank you.
All right, there we go. Done and done. All right, first plot twist on the deck was Wrath. Second plot twist on our deck. Oop, here we go. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I've pulled this one before. It is False Memory. Interesting. False Memory. What am I going to do? I don't even know what to do with that one. Okay. False Memory. False Memory. Goddamn. Okay. All right. So, first and second. Oh, so you do get Wrath as well. Okay, fair enough. I will also throw Wrath. Boom. Wrath is also there. Wrath's easy. I can do Wrath. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, OG. All right, I'll work on it. I like that. And they see together, they kind of give me some ideas. All right, well, without any further ado, let us dive into today's session. When last we left our adventurers, our heroes had traveled far and wide in search of information regarding Kazavron, an ancient dragon whose restless spirit had infected and polluted the mind of Queen Iliosa of the city of Corvosa. She had killed her husband and laid waste to her own home, causing plague and violence and corruption to run rampant in her city. Our heroes, who are members of the city, or who have friends and family within the city, have been trying their hardest to depose the queen and hopefully free their home from the evil clutches of the queen. But to do that, they had to travel to the Cinderlands, a place to the far northeast where they met up with the Shawanti tribes who fought with Kazavron long ago and hoped to learn something about how they were slain. They learned that a number of artifacts were made from the body parts of Kazavron, each individually indestructible, but perhaps vulnerable to themselves, or at the very least, the blade or the weapon that rendered him dead in the first place. A weapon that remains deep within Scarwall, a small hold in the lands known as the Holds of Belkson, home of the Orcish warlords. So our heroes, gathering up their steel, have bid thanks to their Shawanti hosts, and now with the blessing of the tribe, travel up towards the Kodar Mountains, past its volcanic reaches, in order to trail to the hold and the path to Scarwall. But before they do, they must deal with a dragon, a genie-type dragon that is granting 3 wishes. The first wish, to devour a tiny fey person, was partially granted, and a quest was partially given. The heroes managed to fulfill this quest, and now await the results of the second wish, a wish made by Alexander for their deepest desire. While we await the dragon, however, our group was met with a friendly face. Alizaro, a secretary bird delivery person, delivered news to one of our party members that a friend of our group, was about to be executed in the city. So grabbing her horse, Quinn, our investigator, made quick haste back to the city of Corvosa to try and help Vencalo before it is too late, leaving Alizaro horseless and with a group of strangers they had never met before. And it is here we start today's session. All right. Alizaro, your day started so well. It was a beautiful day. It was a lovely day. And you had traveled as quickly as the wind could carry you until eventually you arrived, met the person you were seeking, gave them the message. The next thing you know, your knees are in the dirt as you watch the streaming cloud disappear over the horizon. Your beloved horse and faithful companion now no longer in sight.
My horse. She is. Listen, a lot of the time there isn't a single thought behind those eyes. She is just devastated by the theft of her horse. And she'll turn to literally anybody in the group and be like, "Why did you let her take my horse?"
Oh, I'm really sorry. But that was our friend. and you kind of delivered really scary news that was time sensitive, so she really, really needed the horse. But she gave Agnes some gold for you, so she didn't really steal it.
To be fair, you also shouldn't have just turned your back on a bunch of random strangers. Even if you were throwing up, that's kind of not as smart.
You're a cop, Marcus.
Can't
Yeah,
do anything about it right now.
You're still a cop.
Well, I mean, technically you're not wrong, but that was my way back to Corvosa. I've got so much mail waiting for me in Corvosa. I'm the courier pigeon. Oh no.
Well, we're gonna be going back to Corvosa with a little bitty detour if you want to come with us.
Yeah. I don't mind detours. I'm just much slower now.
It's okay. We'll all go at the same speed, so you'll be fine.
Yay. You can tell she's sad, but she's trying to just go with it, but she's very sad.
Holly's gonna come hug her.
Aw. She loves hugs.
All right. You embrace this person whose name you do not know.
Oh, my name's Elisa Rowe, by the way. You can call me Lisa, Rowe, Bird, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, Bird seems mean, but I like Lisa. I think that's really pretty. My name is Holly.
Hi, Holly.
You can
And the
call me
quiet ones.
Alexander.
Sorry, what was
Hello.
that, Marcus?
Instead, you can go ahead and call me Alexander.
Hello, Alexander.
My name is Dante.
Your roommates,
Dante.
your roommate spoke at exactly the same time, so I legitimately, for a second,
Yeah.
thought you said, "My name's Dante," and I'm like, "Ah," It's actually legit, real cute. Oh, and and I'm
Agnes is still
Agnes
just
Deary.
standing there, holding
No?
this fucking gold in the palm of her hand and staring at the dust cloud in the distance, and then staring at her hand and just being like, "Wait, all that was sudden." Oh. Then she looks around at the people that are left.
It's okay, Agnes. We'll see. And we know you're sad about Quinn. We'll see her again.
Right, well, dearie, I think this is yours. She says as she holds out her hand with the coins.
Oh,
All right.
thank you.
You are given a sum of money. I think it was like 200 gold or something like that, or 20 gold.
20.
Something with a
That's not what
2.
he said.
Something with a 2.
Yeah, it was what with a 2.
It was
Two
a-
gold.
It was 20.
They said
Two
enough
golden
to
chocolate
buy.
coins.
They said it was enough to buy a horse.
Yeah, I'd say 20 gold's fine. All right. With that, the curious question comes up. What became of Alexander's wish? Now, just so that I'm not making any mistakes, Alexander, for myself and for the audience, I would like for you to repeat your wish. To the best of your ability.
sure-
Don't worry, I'm not going to be rules
Uh,
lawyering your wish.
Right. I'm pretty sure Alexander's wish was just, I wonder what my deepest desire is and if it could be granted.
So it was, I wish to know what my deepest desire is and for it to be granted?
Yes.
Okay. Keeping in mind, that is 2 wishes,
Oh.
which both will be granted. The first part of your
It's
wish
fine.
to know.
Yeah, because I think the
I can
wish kind of just
I can
cropped up where you were just thinking, "Oh, I wonder what my wish is," and I think the dragon just latched onto that.
Oh,
Is
so
what it
he didn't
seems to
actually
me.
say I wish?
I don't.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Because when the dragon said, I can search deep inside you guys to find whatever your wish is, Alexander was like, yeah, sure, because I really want to know what mine would be.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. And OG and Cookie have unlocked from the secret menu item.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh dear God.
That's I've not seen that before. The team up is I don't know how to feel about that.
Is that a double exposition on Alexander's Soma?
I mean, hold on, wait, was that? Yeah.
I
Okay.
can-
Okay.
I
No,
can
no.
feel Mallory's hatred for me right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's how this works. So
As long as you
I would like the audience to know.
Promise not to kill Holly.
I can't promise anything. All right, so here we go. First of all, with the wording of it, I will give it one wish, which of course I have spoken with Marcus about their deepest desire, which I'm going to share with you guys because I want to make sure this is all fair, right? Alexander's biggest and deepest wish would be able to protect Cressida and Corvosa any way he can. Now, keeping in mind, Cressida and Corvosa work in tandem. Why is Corvosa important? Because Cressida is important. And Cressida, of course, being the guard of Corvosa, that is very much it. Now, originally, my plan was to embed Cressida in a large crystal so that she remains perfectly unharmed and immortal forever. She is effectively protected. But with the new option, with the new thing, Alexander, more than Cressida being protected, is Alexander being the one to protect Cressida. So, what the dragon does is, as the lamp that Agnes has suddenly glows again, all of a sudden, the genie rises up. Or should I say the fortune dragon rises up. And as he does so, he takes form. Okay, so listen. Things got a little bit spicy with your wish there. But it's been granted. Zimzalabim and all that. Oh, hello.
Spicy.
Hello.
How?
So, the powers that be that grant me the ability to create magic in order to grant wishes gave me the power to allow you to protect your beloved sister and the city that you came from. But the slight problem is that, well, right now, the city is under the control of the Queen. And so, basically, the wish created a version of Alexander that is, well, part of the Grey Maidens instead of the Hell Knights. And she works for the Queen. And she currently has your sister in a dungeon. And for some reason, they're just kind of hanging on to her so that she doesn't become a martyr for a cause. And that she don't, rise up and rebel. Which technically means that she is safe. And that you're protecting her because you are literally her guard person. Huzzah! Look at that. Your sister's safe. And she's not gonna die. Though I think at some point she might wish she did.
I know you probably know your sister better than we do, but from my experience with Cressida, I think she's gonna be angry.
Oh, she's gonna be pissed. If I manage to survive on the way there, she is going to kick my ass into oblivion. I will be safer in the hells than I will be around her.
Well, there's there's another thing as well. You see, the wish didn't kind of stop there. You see, the universe needs balance, you know. So, I mean, there's already one Alexander. So having a second Alexander, it's kind of problematic. You feel me? So, until you know, the other version of you, death is gonna come for both of you. Continually, until one of you is dead. But don't worry. Don't worry. Your old pal Will has got you covered, okay? It's super easy. All you have to do is beat death. You know, outrace death. You know, just make sure death is behind you. Piece of cake, right?
You're not allowed near the dragon anymore, Alexander.
As he says this, you suddenly look in, like kind of over the hill and can see a blue flame suddenly rise up out of nowhere. It shoots into the sky and kind of lets loose what looks kind of maybe like a beacon.
What did everyone see the beacon? What is that? What's the blue thing?
It doesn't look good at all.
When you say death theory, are you talking figuratively or, you know, actually the...
Or are you talking like riding
The
on a
dude
pale
himself.
horse?
you know, well, I mean, I think every religion has their own death. I don't really know. But...
Well, as he sort of grits his teeth, you kind of it kind of seems like he doesn't really want to give you the answer. But in the distance, you hear the galloping of hoof steps
Oh,
and an
maybe we'll just
eerie
do this horse.
mist that seems to ride. Is this? No, that's not it. Sorry, 1 second. I don't need that one. I need...
We also cannot hear the audio.
Oh, sorry. I will share that with you in a moment. I've got the horses. Where's my gallop?
Okay,
There we go.
What is it we say to death? Not today. So let's be on our way.
We say, fuck this.
All right. You hear the sounds of hoof steps coming in your direction.
Can we go the other direction?
You may. Thankfully, it's not coming from the direction you need to go into.
What are we in? Like, what is this landscape around us? Is that bushes, trees? Like, what
More
is
like
our
forest that is
landscape?
slowly giving way to the mountains.
Okay.
But what you all see coming up on the horizon is this.
Oh, hey,
Hey.
it's the Pale Rider.
An iron carriage being pulled by two phantom steeds, their skeletal forms made of wrought iron as they charge in your direction.
think
Uh,
about a curry or a cat.
Yeah, the fortune dragon turns around and says, "Yeah, that's it. Your I guess your quest is don't let it catch you."
So when you said death, you weren't meaning technical or metaphorical or any other way. You meant straight up death.
Oh yeah, he's coming for Alex. That guy's coming for Alexander, like right now.
I think Agnes is already skirts are hitched up. And
Yep.
she's
So
ready.
as Alexander's like,
Yeah.
and so as Alexander's talking to the dragon, Agnes is just like, just already fucking running.
Yep, nope.
Hey, have a
Immediately
good time.
Turns around and bolts.
Everyone should go now, and I'll be right behind you. Holly's gonna cast Wall of Flesh in front of the wagon.
Okay, what's the range on Wall of Flesh? And also, is anyone not running?
Range is 20 feet, so I'll put it 20 feet towards the wagon.
Okay.
And it is 30
Um,
feet long.
All right, sure. It is still a good couple miles out, so you know you. How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, it'll clear that in a little bit. So sure.
Okay.
All right. You create a giant wall of flesh. Let's see. How many hit points does your wall of flesh have?
Each 5-foot section has AC 10 and 75 hit points.
75 hit points, eh? All right.
But it's 5 feet long, so I'm assuming it would have to destroy 2 sections to get through it.
Yes. It is also a... Oh, super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Trying, man.
And I'm assuming that the wee death of Asmodeus is no a wee pleasant fellow, Alexander. Agnes says he's just huffing and puffing.
All right.
I think
Alexander.
Asmodeus has control over death. Not like this.
All right. All right, you continue to run to the best of your abilities, sprinting and making your way towards the mountains. What would you like to do as you are heading up the mountains?
I would like to cast Warp Step on myself. It's a cantrip that gives me +5 movement speed.
Sure, not a problem.
So basically, I could run a little faster.
Sir, you start to outrun everyone, and as you outpace them, I need a survival check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Can anyone guess what my survival modifier is?
0.
Oh no.
It's a +1.
Oh.
All right. Alexander, you are turned around. You try to head towards the mountains, but you don't know where the path happens to be. This isn't going to do anything at the moment, like you're not going to get separated or lost, but it is going to make climbing the mountain difficult because the group is now following you in terms of trying to navigate. Holly, what's your fly speed?
25.
Okay, so you are with the rest of the group, and yes, you are all making your way as best you can. As Holly, you turn your gaze back to see the wall of flesh, proud of your actions, which you should be. You watch as the phantom steeds fly over your wall and continue.
What?
They have a 60-foot fly speed.
No. I tried, guys.
You did, and I was like, it's a really cool thing, but there's no reason this would stop it. All right.
After it goes over, does it come back onto the floor?
Yeah.
Or at least near it? So once it gets within 60 feet of me, I am going to attempt to use Murderous Vine on it.
All
to
right.
try and
Good call.
grab effect of it more so than the damage.
Good call. It is encroaching upon you. You can definitely do this, but you need to. I mean, once it's 60 foot away, it's too close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if that doesn't work,
As in, I think you should be. I
it's-
think if I can make a recommendation, I think the group needs to be talking about what they need to do instead of individuals attempting to pop off spells to try and solo deal with this thing that is heading towards you. Also, the solution may not necessarily be something on your sheets, so feel free. Have a discussion.
How about try right? So it wants to kill Alexander. So how about if we just kill him, and then it'll go away, and then we'll just we raise him back again.
Does anyone even have resurrection?
Well, I have breath of life.
I
How long
I
does it
don't
have to be
think
dead
it,
for before death gives up.
Yeah.
it's a good idea. We'll shelve it for now. I don't think that'll work though.
I don't think
But it did say
outrunning
that
death is
one
going
of us
to
has
work
to die
either. No
first.
offense. I don't think anybody's ever outdone death in their
That's
life.
also true. You know what?
No.
Fuck it. Holly. Fuck it. Holly, kill me.
Is-
oh man.
are you sure about this?
Unless anybody else has any bright ideas.
Agnes,
You know, I mean, it only wants Alexander. I mean, if we all just stop and just let it ride past.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Alizaru, I thought you had something to say there.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No, I don't. Nope.
Okay, just to get an idea, when we're talking about like death, because this is a fantasy world, so I'm assuming that there's many, like, are we talking like our version of death where it's just like it's impossible? It's like trying to stop a god or something, or is it like an entity that can be?
Oh yeah, you can kill this thing. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here we go. Inside bonus. Boom.
You know, the way he said that, very blasé. Oh, sure, you can kill this if you're level 20.
Okay.
I mean, we're halfway there.
I
Okay,
made my
okay.
brain pause there. I was like, that was way too
We're living
blasé.
on a prayer.
Okay, let's break it down into a few little bite-sized bits. So first of all, death in the world of Pathfinder. Thanks to Turquoise Vixen, we're going to give you guys a lesson in this. Death involves, obviously, soul trafficking. So, souls move from this plane, across the River Styx, to the Boneyard, where it is processed by the god of death and then sent into its inevitable afterlife, where the soul then becomes what's known as a petitioner, which is then a creature that is beholden to whichever god they've been sent to, and then eventually get to transform into their outsider form. This could be an angel, this could be an animal, this could continue to be a soul, this could be used as fuel, this could be to turn into a demon. There's a million different things that happen to petitioners once they pass through that gate. Once they are there, that's what then happens to them. In some cases, a petitioner will then be returned back to the world of the living if rebirth and resurrection is your thing. Death come in many forms. First is the Grim Reaper, which is a entity of death. Same with the Shinigami as well, who go out, collect souls to bring back. These are souls that should rightfully be dead, but for some reason are not, such as Alexander. The Death Coach, which is what you're dealing with, is similar, but not quite as dangerous. Basically, it is the spiritual manifestation of the dangers of travel. A translucent wheeled carriage pulled by ghostly mounts. It is basically, rather than death itself, it is the misfortune that follows travel coming for you. So it in itself is not death particularly. It is trying to kill you while you are traveling.
though, if we set up a camp and are no longer traveling?
In theory, the creature should have no longer have any interest in you.
Okay, guys. Oh, do I have the spell for this? I think I have a spell for this.
So this is your insight bonus. And thank you to Turquoise Vixen for the insight bonus. You hear the whinnying of the horse.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Zoom crashed.
let's set up a camp and we're no longer traveling. Right?
Right.
Are we 100% sure that'll work?
I think
yeah.
it's
But I don't think running's work either. I mean, it's a carriage, and I mean, no offense, I'm sure your legs are lovely, but it's a carriage.
and I think it's probably a better option than killing you.
To be fair, you were on top of killing me when the Shawanti wanted to originally.
Well, I didn't know you that well back then, and now I know you better. So now I kind of don't want to kill you.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Right.
You know what?
so,
I'll take it.
Camp. I can start looking for somewhere that's suitable for camping.
You guys look for a suitable camp. Make a survival check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, look, right there in that floodplain, right next to that wasp's nest and that patch of nettles, right over there. I think that's perfect.
Nailed it.
Hey, I think
Right.
I think we should put our camp right in the middle of a volcano.
Dante, you see something you weren't expecting. Off in the distance, there appears to actually legitimately be what looks to be a camp. Just over there.
There's a camp right up ahead that we could use.
Convenient.
Oh, right. Aye, that looks better actually. I don't really fancy the wasp's nest.
All right. What do you do?
Run for it.
All right, you run for it. I need athletics checks from you as you.
Half the time I feel Agnes is in like a Doctor Who episode. Just run!
Yeah. We're running.
Run, you fools!
All right,
Oh, no.
Was it athletics?
athletics.
Like,
Oh.
boy.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'll say I'm terrible at athletics, but always roll well. It's bizarre.
All right. Ooh.
least you
Elizaro
have a
and
plus
Dante.
8.
Yeah, Elizaro and Dante, you do not do well on this. If you wish to, you may burn a hero point in order to re-roll them.
You know what? I will do that. I will burn a hero point.
All right.
Double
Yeah.
checking. Is this
Oh.
just to
Oh no.
is just to run, or are we
Oh, no, I
jumping?
missed.
This is to run.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna
Are
have
you
a good.
freaking kidding me? Nope.
Oh, that was an
the wrong
Arcana.
check.
No, you
Let me
accidentally rolled Arcana.
Nope,
Athletics.
I accidentally rolled Arcana.
Which
Sorry,
was
my fantasy grounds my fantasy grounds froze. My apologies. Okay, that's
All right. Yeah. No.
Okay, a
You
little
start to like race forward. All right. And Dante.
No modifiers, so it's just awkward to try and go for it.
Can Agnes like lend aid? Whereas just by shouting back to the druid, the best places from. Oh, don't stand on that weed. Oh, watch out for those rocks.
All right. Are you trained in athletics?
No, I'm not.
No, Agnes.
They are not.
No,
They
I'm
are
not
it's
actually,
listed as
no.
untrained.
Okay, well
Only
then you.
two people are
then-
actually trained.
All right, you
or
may not
three.
lend aid. All right, Dante, you are exhausted, meaning I need an athletics check from you as you are falling behind.
No, I was gonna say, can I yell like rock, branch?
No, because you're further up ahead, if you recall.
The only thing I can think of to help
Okay.
me in this situation is
Turn into a bear.
is changing form. Yeah, it's about the only thing.
Yeah, you can wild shape if you'd like. Do you want to wild shape into like a flying creature and fly off?
Yes, because I can actually do that now.
Sure, not a problem. All right, you begin to
He's
grow.
gonna-
You begin to grow these long wings. What do you turn into?
I am going to be turning into a large.
Oh, actually, you know, you
Uh,
could always turn into like an ostrich or an emu and then like get a increased land speed.
No, because I get a 50-foot fly speed as a bird.
Oh, fair.
Well,
Yeah.
60 because it's technically heightened to fit.
Oh yeah, true. All right.
So yeah, what was most common in Corvosa?
A pigeon.
Probably crows and pigeons. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then that'll just be a rather large crow.
All right, very well. You turn into a large crow and you begin to race towards it. As the group arrives at the camp, what you see is this individual. Can you guys see that okay?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. A gnomish man with some tinkering tools and the like on his person. He is sitting by what looks to be a small campfire. He sees you all racing towards him. He looks kind of panicked. He kind of stands up.
Don't worry, dearie. We're friendly and I've brought tea.
He looks behind you and sees the flaming horses.
All right,
it-
just
it-
sit
it-
down and be calm and everything will be fine.
Make a
Trust-
diplomacy check. Oh, all right. He sits down. He looks really nervous. As you come streaming into the camp, you all quickly sit down. And as you do, the carriage continues to come as the bird lands. And suddenly, the carriage stops just outside of your camp. You hear the screaming of the gnomish man as he covers his eyes and waits for sweet death. But then nothing. The carriage trots around the outskirts of the camp. It whinnies, it stamps its feet out of frustration. It seems to watch specifically Alexander.
I am not moving. Not an inch. Nothing.
All right.
I have become one with rock.
It stomps its feet and tries to startle you into moving. But as none of you move, it leaves you be. But Alexander, you cannot help but feel a sense of doom. As you now have the doomed condition permanently.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Love it. Doesn't
Now-
that mean that if I go down, I instantly die?
No. Doom basically makes it easier for you to die because the DC for you resisting death is higher. But more importantly, if you end up traveling for too long without stopping to rest, the horse and carriage will appear again. And this is now a permanent fixture of Alexander and the travels.
So permanent enough to where my deathless rune that removes doom doesn't work.
Yeah, that equally as permanent. If it removes, then it will return.
Okay.
Okay. The carriage races away, leaving behind the burnt hoof marks in the ground. Hi there.
Oh,
Hi there. I'm
hi
Holly.
there.
It's nice to meet.
What's
your name?
What was that?
Death.
Uh,
Oh, don't
Alexander.
worry. It's not coming for you. It's coming for me.
oh. He moves slightly further away from Alexander.
Smart choice.
Okay. My name's Tannen.
It's nice to meet you, Tannen.
Yeah,
Would-
yeah.
Would you like a bath? I can make a bath and it'll be
I
really
don't
nice.
really feel like a bath right now.
Holly's gonna cast Soothing Spring anyway.
Oh, you did it anyway.
It just shuts out the campfire.
I'm gonna take a bath, but you're welcome to join because there's plenty of room because it's a very big place.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to stay here, I guess. Where are you folks heading?
Is it north, west? Which direction are we going?
To the Orklands.
Belkson to the
Yeah, but
Orklands.
I don't tell him exactly. I'm just gonna give him a cardinal direction.
Oh.
His ears droop down as you guys start talking about Belkson, and he's like, "Oh, cool. I'm just gonna quickly grab something from my tent."
Are you traveling all by yourself out here, dearie?
Well, yeah,
You know.
yeah. I am.
Oh, that's
Just-
quite brave of you.
Oh, it's usually pretty safe.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good to know.
Okay, I'll be back in a
Those
second.
that have safety, really. Would you like a cup of tea, dear?
Oh, no, I'm okay, thanks.
You've no harm from us, dear. Honestly,
Uh-huh.
I know we seem a bit strange, but it's just been a long day.
A
Mm-hmm.
very long day.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I understand. He backs up into his tent, closes the tent, and then you hear this sort of zip, and then the rattling of some stuff, and then you hear that rattling coming from behind the tent, and then you hear it slowly but surely getting further and further away. And then eventually, help, help, some adventurers found my camp. They're not dangerous, but but something's going to come and destroy it any second now. I want to
I mean,
live.
Holly and Kate are gonna
You
jump
and
into
me
this.
both, buddy.
All right. He leaves you the camp with very rudimentary supplies, but runs for his dear life.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
All right. And a special thank you to Cookiemon and to OG for the donation, not only for the cat fund, but also for Alexander's new personal quest line of dealing with the Doom carriage.
Yay. That's okay.
Somehow.
I just have to kill myself. Who just happens to be part of the Grey Maidens. This is fine. This
Right. Right, so about that, the Grey Maidens.
You would know more about them than I would.
Yes, I mean it's kind of in the title theory.
Holly's gonna kind of lean
Basically,
over.
I'm saying we may be looking for a wee Alexandra.
Alexandrite, maybe?
I don't know, Laura. I'm with you on that one.
Lean out over the edge of the spring. Well, we're gonna have to deal with the Grey Maidens anyway, so maybe we can try to kill that one first.
Elitero starts hearing about this group attempting to murder guards from your hometown. I think. Yep.
Yeah, she's just trying to process because in her, what is going through her brain is, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But she's trying to be nice about it and read the room. So she's kind of just standing back and like just trying to process.
Agnes just goes, wait, you came from Corvosa, yes?
Yes.
What's it like there at the moment?
Dag, what's it like in Corvosa at the moment? Because I've been out away for 5 days.
When last you left, the Queen's power is solidified. The Grey Maidens are now the ruling military force for the Queen. Some insurrectionists have been put down. Old Corvosa has all but been shut down. And is only filled with a few small rebel groups. People are tired and suffering. People are dealing with the aftermath of disease and all the crappy stuff that's been happening in Corvosa. So, not great.
It's not like it used to be. Everybody's sick and miserable and tired. It's bad.
Right, well, believe it or not, we're trying to fix that.
By killing one of your friends?
Well, no,
No.
an evil
Not
doppelganger that was
technically me.
created by a twisted wish from a dragon that lives in this wee lamp.
She holds up a tiny lamp.
It's so cute, but apparently really dangerous. I'm not gonna touch that, if y'all don't mind.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna
lamp
stay
itself
as
is perfectly
far
fine.
away.
The most dangerous is
Very
wishes
smart.
theory.
Alexander shouldn't have said anything either, but here we are. But you don't need to worry about us, Lisa, because we're the ones that found the cure for the blood veil. If you remember that, that was us.
You do remember this.
Oh, okay. That makes me feel a little better, but the friend murdering part is still a little bit concerning.
I
Again,
said, not friend.
not a friend. It is just an evil woman version of me. That sounds a lot worse when I say it out loud.
I thought they were trying to kill you. Oh, I misunderstood. Okay.
No, yes, did it,
None of that it was her. You died horribly through all of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
but I said I suggested part of that.
And we didn't because we don't want to kill him because that seemed like a bad idea. To me anyway.
So we're not killing you. We're out to go kill an evil lady twin version of you.
Well,
Potentially,
a
but
magical
yes.
one that the dragon made.
But first,
He did
we need to
specify that it
ride
was
into
the
warring
universe that wanted balance
orc-infested
for it.
territory.
I heard neither of those things. Let's
I
start
was
with
like, well,
Agnes.
eventually, yes, but first we need to ride into war-torn, orc-infested country in search of a sword or weapon that may or may not be there.
Oh, you want to go talk to the orc people? Okay, we can do that. I can do that. I'm good at talking to people.
Are you?
She believes that she's good at talking to people. She believes, that's the key word. She believes she's very good at talking to people when she's not like trying to process.
I mean, we had someone who was good at talking to people. Didn't ever work out, but he was good at talking to them.
Well, that's yeah. That fits, but I'll do my best. That's all I
Well,
can do.
aside from being a courier pigeon, um, do you have any weapons upon your person visible?
Yeah, she is carrying a rapier and I believe a hand crossbow. Yes.
Okay, well, she'll nod to your rapier and just ask, how good are you with that?
Pretty good. I've managed to not get killed or hit very badly up to this point, so I think I'm doing okay.
Well, that's good to know, because, well, as you've probably seen in the short time that you've been with us, things get a little bit dangerous.
No sooner than you say this, you are surrounded by a swirling mist.
Great. What
Oh
now?
no.
Of course we are.
Light begins to glow from Agnes's pouch. And as it
Well, what is
does,
this time?
it fills the area with a sweet incense-like aroma. And rising up, you see what looks to be... one moment. You see
Hurry up, because I need to go grab a drink.
a ghost.
I'm done.
Which emerges from a harrow deck that you have been carrying since the start of the game.
I've actually got a harrow deck, to be honest.
No,
Oh,
that one. It is the ghost of Zelara, a woman who you quote-unquote saved from Gadrin Lamb, whose harrow deck she haunts.
and Agnes's friend.
And Agnes's friend.
Hi, Zalara.
Oh. Oh, I'm glad you're not a dragon.
Well, no, I am not a dragon. It is good to see you all. It has been some time. I'm sorry, my power is not as strongly connected when I am this far away from the city of Corvosa.
You are quite far.
I gathered what strength I could to help you. You now head to the holds of Belksin, to Scarwall, and I have another blessing for you. if you wish to accept it.
Of course, we'll take any help we can get.
Definitely. Thank you, Zalara.
Of course. Please. And your new friend, too. Come, gather around. She performs a blessing of the ancestors and lays out.
We actually know some people that are alive.
I swear we do. Okay.
Yeah, I just need to go grab a drink quickly.
Yeah, yep, go ahead. That's not a problem. Okay. Skeletons of Skywall. Here we go. We are doing a... Oh, that looks like a charisma reading. All right. Is it a charisma reading? No, it might be a wisdom reading.
No, charisma's better.
Yeah, no, it's a wisdom reading. Okay. Here we go. Let me get this here for my lovely audience. All right. So, what I need from everyone, now that I have shared this, is one at a time we are going to pick one of the cards from the suit, and we're going to interpret what it means, giving you a bonus that you can use during this book, and giving you a fortune-telling reading. So, who would like to go first?
Okay. I say we make the new person go first.
Sure.
Of course. I would like to pick. Let me move that. Can I do just the straight middle one?
You should be able to click on it yourself, I think.
Oh, I can't. Oh no, that's scary.
All right,
Okay,
the
bye.
mute tag. All right.
Oh no.
The mute hag might be silent, but it still sees into the hearts of those you meet. A silent hag invokes a blood pack and poisoned secrets that can turn sibling against sibling and child against parent. It's a card that performers loathe as it leaves you stumbling over your words and song. It is currently partially matched, which means that a secret will become your undoing. In the future, if you keep a secret to yourself, you may find it slowly unravels more than you anticipate, and danger will come seeking you out. On your character sheet, please make a note that you will receive a bonus against combat with a character known as Malathrone. I will write that down in the chat.
Thank you.
Actually, it's probably not said that way, but Malatroth. I think it's how it is. There we go, Malatroth. All right.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Well, we might as well go in reverse order. I will choose this one.
Okay. The Winged Serpent, also partially aligned. A powerful being known and knowledge and prudence Knowledge and prudence are separate keeps bridged by understanding. The Winged Serpent represents that bridge, knowing whether or not now is the time to strike. Timing is indeed everything. For you, heading towards the hordes of Belkzen, there are going to be times where patience will be prudent, where acting in haste or in panic will lead you towards the Viper's Bite. You will receive your bonus in the combat against Belshalam. And I will write that down as well. All right. Agnes, if you're back. Otherwise, we'll go to
Yes,
Alex.
I'm back.
Oh, yep.
I'm back. So do I just click on one or?
You click on one. Yep, that's it.
Oh, double click, single click.
Go with what your heart tells you.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, the owl. This is also partially aligned. It represents the eternal wisdom in the natural order of life, the harsh realism that a pack of wolves may cull the weak, which is tragic for the culled deer, but an action which proves the herd becomes stronger. Vulnerability lies within your group, and sacrifices may need to be made to fulfill your objective. A clear head and level understanding may be needed to do what is necessary. You will receive a bonus in your combat against Mithrodar. All right,
Okies. Tappity tap tap.
Alexander. Also, yes, the owl with the needle is freaking menacing as shit. All right, the midwife. This is unaligned. It is a conduit to creation. The midwife doesn't create life on their own. It is a key that allows new life or information into the world. A heart which can see good even in the worst situation. Misaligned, the new arrival of this information or this presence does not inspire joy, but instead dread, panic, and cause for concern. So that is the midwife. Misaligned. Marcus, you will gain your bonus with combat with Ildervok. And I would hazard to say that yours has already come into fruition in the form of the news that new life has been given, which has spelled doom for you. Okay, and last but not least, Holly.
All right.
The Queen Mother. Partially aligned, this is knowledge personified. It knows all but reveals nothing to those who do not show proper worship. The Queen Mother is fond of the powerless and the underclasses, for they serve when more power refuses. When the more powerful refuse. They represent the need to become part of society and to bow to those who are worthy. For you, what this means is with the deposition of your family and the uncertainty of what is happening with Jack, you need to become a person through your own powers and your own abilities to rise enough that others will begin to see you as a champion, someone who is able to fulfill the roles required of you as a monarch. But what does it take to make a true monarch? After all, the Queen of Corvosa is a monarch.
But a bad one.
A corrupt one, I'd say, but yes. And yours is combat with, and your bonus gives you help with combat with someone called Nihil. All right. And that is your Harrow reading.
And do we all get a hero point?
You do all get a Harrow point.
What's that for again?
what's the Harrow Point thing again, Paul? Because I think I missed that because I joined a bit through the campaigns.
Sure. The Harrow Point can be used at any point in
It's probably
time.
going to be different for this one.
Yep. Can be used at any point in time to get a increase to your spell DCs to overcome spell resistance, or for your attack rolls on spells for this one, and re-roll any wisdom-based or will save check. Does anyone have channel energy?
I think clerics might only get access to that.
Sure. I mean, somebody might have multi-classed it. Not multi-classed. Did have a cleric dedication, but no, that's fine. If none of you have it, then that is all it provides for you guys. So will saves and wisdom-based checks. All right. Done and done. Zalara looks at you all and says, at the very least, it seems as though the deck continues to protect and guide you on your journey. But be warned, the path you travel is fraught with death and danger. I will not be able to help you till you return back to Varisia.
Thank you for all your help thus far.
Of course. Stay safe, my friend. And she fades, disappearing. All right. You guys take a long rest, using the camp left to you by the gnome to regain some of your gumption before you journey. Now, for those of you who are Pathfinder fans, boom, check this out. We have Belkzen, the Hold of the Orc Hordes. This is a massive book, which is filled with just materials to cover dealing with the oncoming adventure area that we're heading towards. A lot of this stuff is like random encounters and really cool things here and there, but I want our audience to be part of this journey as well, the travel that we're going to be doing. I'll be making up a couple of monsters from here and using them, but I want to build this with you guys. So starting off with my first question to you guys. Do you guys want to have our heroes traveling the Kodor Mountains and up through the volcano, or do we want to go and get into Belkzen? So chat, let me know. Either A, you want to get us to go to Belkzen straight away, or B, you want to have us, travel up and over the mountains and, we'll do some mountain encounters and things. What would our audience prefer? Because I can go either way on this. Lots of hmms. Okay, we got one for traveling up the mountain. Whichever place has more shenanigans. Both have equal shenanigans, just different types of shenanigans. 2 for the mountain, 3 for the mountains. All right, seems like people are going to go for the mountains. We have 1 for the Horde Lands. I mean, they will eventually get to the Horde Lands, mind you. So A is going to the Horde Lands straight away. B is going up the mountain to the volcano. They will go to the book anyway. It just depends on how long they take, because travel time is one of those things I do like to gauge from people, in terms of how long do we want to spend on travel stuff? Mountains first? Okay, cool. All right, it seems pretty close to unanimous in terms of that, but we've got a couple of people. Oh, we got 2 or 3 people for the Horde Lands. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do the volcano. We'll skip over the pathway, walking from here to where the mountains are. But for those of you measuring distances, let's show you guys a map. All right, here is a map of Varisia, as you guys may recall. Now our heroes made it up towards from Kayamaga, made it up towards the Kodor Mountains here, and are now making their way towards the hordes, to the hold of Belkzen. What we're going to do here is we're going to skip over this little leg, so this area of the plains here, we're going to skip over that. And, as you can see here from our other map, let me just check this real quick. Yep, okay, cool. So our heroes should be coming up. Here through the shade fields towards an area that I believe, according to the map that I've got here, is called the Blood Plains. So let's do some lore here. How frequently do they need to stop? Every 6
Why can't we
hours.
ever go anywhere called, like, I don't know, Cotton Candy Meadow or like Butterfly Grove? You know, like
That's the same
Cinderlands,
vibes.
the Blood Plains. It's like, you know.
Why
sheesh.
can't we follow the butterflies?
I was just gonna say that's the same
Land
vibes
of
as
milk and
why can't we follow
honey.
I want the cotton candy fields personally.
Yeah, right.
Candy Mountain,
Charlie.
Charlie?
Oh, that's too dramatic. Stop
Uh-oh.
that. No. Ignore that. Ignore that.
It's not just a Leoplerodon, Charlie. It's a magic Leoplerodon.
All right. So, the Blood Plains are a geographical location roughly bordered by the southern spurs of the Kodor Mountains and the Mindspun Mountains to the south. Flooded Road to the east is a region of near constant warfare between tribes, which also frequented through the Erlen Gap. They constantly raid the Squaqua and the Lorinqua clans of the Shawanti and the Varisia, and the Shawanti in turn occasionally conduct revenge raids, preemptive strikes, and the like against the region's orcs. In the late spring, it is the eastern blood plain near the floodgate as it becomes overcrowded with orcs through the region. Roll a percentage for me. Let's see if this is the region we're in right now. If we're in spring.
Who should roll it?
Roll a percentage.
Whoever wishes to.
I got it.
All right. It is
Oh.
not that period of time.
You're banned.
Okay. The area that you're heading to is called the Battle of Shade Fields. Now, Alizaro will be the one to tell you about this. Which is in 4518, the Broken Spine Orcs pushed their territory westward into Varisia, encouraged by the Black Sun tribe's success overrunning the Horde lines in Last Wall. They pushed the Shawanti back, but in doing so, basically helped unify them and create a territorial dispute in this area. Constantly trading ambushes. This area is constantly switching in terms of power. As you guys rolled the 92, currently it is in the power of the Shawanti tribes. So you'll be able to speak with some of the shamans of the Luna clan in order to help get you through that first little leg. Okay, so there you go. So we have our destination. Yeah, we have our destination.
Plotted.
What's that?
I'm just going destination plotted.
Destination plotted. Okay. And then from here, probably your next best call would be then to go to Blister Wall and then to Scar Wall to the north. Probably your
Seems
best bets.
fairly straightforward.
What's that?
It seems fairly straightforward.
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And Blister
I
Wall.
didn't say that.
Blister Wall is a chaotic, evil, small city. It is anarchist, impoverished, notoriously racially intolerant to non-orcs. Has a population of 9,000 orcs and about 700 humans, about 500 mongrel men, 200 half orcs, and about 190 people who are not any of those. Current chief is a person named Chief Moloch, the Dwarf Mangler. Do we have any dwarves? No. Okay, good. Bup, 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 bup.
Yeah, I
Cool.
wonder what he's about.
Yeah, mangling dwarves.
I
Cool.
bet he just gives them hugs.
All right, done. Okay, we have our course plotted. So, audience members, chat, our lovely, lovely chat. Could I get you guys to roll me? Let's do some dice rolls and find out what our first encounter is going to
in
be.
the camp as well, unless you want to deal with this next time. I don't know, but I think Agnes wants to summon her ghost.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. All right. We are heading to the Blood Plains. Roll me a D100 chat. D100 is what we're going to be chasing. Exclamation D100. Okay. Well, while the chat does that, sure. Agnes, this evening, you summon forth the spirit of your childlike phantom.
No, it's not. It's not childlike because it's
No?
an anger phantom, and I don't know. I'd rather not have a child that I use in combat. So I'd
Okay,
rather
sure.
just an
Let's
adult
see.
that-
Who is an angry ghost that you would like?
I don't know, because it was somebody I think that because it was from the train, from that weird creepy guy, and I got the impression it was somebody who seemed to have died in a crash, and then this partial of his spirit was wrenched out and stored in this toy train. So I don't know how long. It's like, I guess we could just.
Sure. Let's do it that
I
way.
think they're just probably angry at having been sort of, I guess, partially contained. I guess not allowed to move on and had a violent death.
Okay.
Violent in a train crash, kind of.
All right, I dig it.
Unless you want to pull a ghost from somewhere else, but like, yeah, that was the.
No, we can do this one. Okay. As you focus on the toy train, a ghostly visage begins to fill your vision. You see what appears to be the specter of a leather-clad ranger-looking individual. As he takes a look at you, he has a look of anger in his eyes. They glow fiercely as he looks upon you.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. Why am I here?
Oh, sorry, that mod's hard to understand. Can I turn you up?
Why am I here?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I felt your spirit partially trapped within this
The train?
train. I reached out to it and, well, felt a connection, and here you are. Yes, train.
much of my memories.
No.
A vague image comes to mind. I was heading somewhere. A city. I had uncovered something. Something I was supposed to tell a friend. But those who I worked against found out. They killed me.
I'm sorry.
I wish I could have found him. Whoever he might be. I'm now caught between this world and the next. I'm unsure of what to do. I've heard your comrades and you discussing this matter involving the Queen. I feel perhaps if I accompany you, perhaps if I listen and aid you, I might be able to discover more on my own.
Well, yes. I mean, I'd be more than willing to help you as well, and perhaps we can figure it out together.
The only clue I have is of a man with... It's a tumor that is also a living creature.
Oh,
His words like poison.
well, that sounds quite specific. I'm sure we could figure that out. Do you have I remember a name at all, or I'm Agnes? Mute?
I do not recall my name. Give me one for now.
Yeah. How about Ronald?
Ronald. This name will do fine.
Excellent.
When you need of me,
Well,
simply speak my name.
see.
And for what it's worth, I'm glad that you were the one who found me. I have passed through the hands of many people before I ended up in that toy shop. I may have been there forever if someone with a spiritual connection didn't arrive.
Well, I have a bit of a talent for that kind of thing, so I am a psychic, as it happens.
Well, we'll see what the future holds for the both of us. in due time.
We will. But I warn you, it'll be a bit of a hard path. But, well, I think you're a bit used to that hardship thing, so we'll be fine.
I truly hope so. I wish for this suffered, tortured existence to end, one way or another.
Alright, well, let's try and make it peacefully.
He nods at you and thanks you. All right. Anyone else wanting to do anything that evening?
Agnes
Nope.
says, I swear I know alive people.
Holly's gonna finish up her bath and get close to the fire and start brushing Penny in the fire so her fur dries correctly.
Very well.
Agnes will also guess fill Elizabeth in on not everything because it would take like forever and it would just be way too much information, like on top of already what's a traumatic day, right? You know what I mean? Like, I came to deliver a letter. Agnes understands. She went shopping and this shit happened. Like, she's there with Elizabeth. Like, you went to deliver a letter and now all of a sudden your life is completely and utterly changed, right? It's like, she understands. She's sitting there patting your hand, going, I understand, dear. But yeah, she'll just give you a brief, like, kind of
Overview.
rundown of like of exactly the situation we're walking into, because she needs to give you the choice. Like you said, oh yeah, I'll come with you guys, but she just wants to understand exactly what you're getting yourself in for, in case you just want to turn around and run back to Cobus.
I'm not running into the death carriage. It probably doesn't care that I'm not Alexander. I'm not doing that. No. No. And you're really nice. I think you're a safe person.
Yes, well, I don't really think any of us are safe, to be fair, but we try.
All right. On those words, you rest, feeling much better, much more at ease and calm. As you take some time, you prepare everything you need and set out. Wow, we got a 100. Oh, I feel like we need to do the 100 because we got a 99 as well. So we got a 99 and two 100s. There's two 100s here.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I was gonna say we got two. Yeah.
All right, 100 on the percentile. So, random encounter time. So, chat, as you know, Dead Aussie Gamer, we always like to see how things work. Also, now that I'm actually looking at chat, big shout out and welcome to Bali. Thank you, good to see you as well. Classic Sam, you bloody legend, you, and Twin Trees. Welcome in, first time chatter. Pleasant to meet you. Hope you're doing well. Tell us, how'd you find us? Do you enjoy Pathfinder? What are you into? What's your favorite character? Tell me all the things. Okay. Let's see. A D100 is called a Peluda. Peluda is what you guys find. What the hell is a Peluda? Ya big Palooka?
Yeah, I'd like to know too.
All right. We're building
I know, just 'cause it
encounters.
rhymes with beluga. I'm just imagining like some kind of like land whale.
I'm sorry.
It's the Warka.
It's the Warka.
It's not. I might have it in the. Oh shit! It totally is. Oh, and you know what? It's actually an appropriate CR and everything.
Oh.
Oh?
Yeah. Go figure. All right. Okay, chat. Give me a terrain. Give me something. Forest, jungle, mountains, volcano. Freaking give me something. Give me a prompt for where this encounter is gonna happen. This is gonna do a chat encounter. Here because of Sam. Thank you. Well, Sam is amazing. We love Sam. You've played classic Pathfinder, but not since the 4.0 days. 4.0 days. Like, oh, Pathfinder First Edition during 4th Ed D&D. Fair enough, yeah. Jungle?
Jungle is
Oh, we have-
massive.
Yeah, we have lake. Okay. Swamp. River through the forest. We can do a river crossing. Yeah, let's do a swamp. Okay, there we go. So, here we go. So to see how quickly I can do this, okay. Here we go. All right, over here. I need a jungle encounter. A jungle swamp kind of encounter. Here we go. Swamp. What are you? You're not quite swampy enough. No, that's not quite swampy enough either. Ooh, what's that one? Oh, that's wintry. I don't need the winter elements to it. But that is close, though. What's that one? Oh, I think Laura's been to this one, actually.
I've been where?
To this map.
Oh. I have traveled through the swamp.
Yeah, sure. Let's use this one. There we go. Throw this in. All right. Here we go. So, you are coming to the edges of the your passage up the up through and past the Kodor Mountains. And you come to a waterway. You need to cross the waterway to climb up the side of the mountain in order to make it towards the holds of Belkson. So crossing this water is the first thing you need to do. The scene is yours. What do you do?
I will. Well, guys,
whether my lap's still loading. There we go.
I can just fly across.
This is a pool, or is it like is it a flowing?
It is a
oh, it's like
It is a
pool.
waterfall that it connects to a small basin that is housed by these rocks to create like a small like a kind of little basin kind of thing, and then a river that drains down back out to the rivers that connect.
Well, I mean, that little bit there with the rocks and things, I mean, or a shallow bit, and just cross over.
Mm-hmm.
Before she does that, I would like to approach the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody small enough, because I have a 25-foot fly speed? Is there anybody small enough that I could potentially carry part of the way?
I'd say no. I mean, Holly can already fly. I'd say that you'd be able to assist them in their athletics to jump, but by carrying them, your weight is basically a little bit too heavy for that.
Okay.
Would a large creature be able to ferry people across?
Yes, a large creature would be able to.
Dante could become a large crow for a minute.
Oh, you can transform into a crow, a large crow.
Yes, because I took the soaring shape for my level 10.
Nice, love that. Okay, if you would like to, you may more than happily do that.
Yep. I was like looking through also like all these spells that I can have access to. It was like nothing really to change.
All right. Dante, you begin to shape and twist. Your body grows feathers out from where fur once stood, and your hands stretch out and become these large, very impressive wings. Potentially, you can carry 2 people upon your back, which, of course, I believe Agnes and Alexander makes sense to have you guys on the back so that you all can fly across easily. The Alizaro, you stretch your wings out, and you begin to take flight, as does Holly with her fairy wings. As you begin to make your way across, still kind of keeping in line with the shallow areas of the pool, you look a little further ahead and can see what looks to be a figure lumbering out from the water. Kind of like in like one of those shampoo commercials, you know, it sort of wanders out and shakes its head, creating like this rainbowed spray of water. What you see is this creature.
Oh,
It is.
Oh, aren't they lovely?
It is.
Cocoa dragon porcupine.
Yeah.
yeah,
For-
like that doll.
For want of a better description, it is indeed a dragon. The Paluda raises its neck and shakes the water from its coils. It turns its nose to the air and begins to smell. It looks up and sees you all in the sky.
Oh no.
It snarls angrily. Now, Paluda are, as mentioned, dragons. However, these are kind of lesser dragons. They are well known for their ferocity and their savagery, favoring to stay within the terrains of watery areas like swamps and marshes and rivers and bogs and things, claiming territory connected to the water directly. They're very, very good swimmers. But they have one very, very clear point that brings them nothing but rage. First, they loathe creatures smaller than themselves, especially humanoids, seeing them as fragile and only good for eating or breaking. The second is an inferiority complex when compared to larger and stronger dragons, especially ones who can fly. Seeing a group of pathetic, small, fragile creatures flying in the air above his territory is an affront to this dragon as he snarls, his rage building up, his wrath being greater and greater. As he sees you, he readies an action. His body inflates with fire. And we're going to roll a rough initiative here. Don't worry, we won't get into the full battle here. Dante, you are the first person to see this creature and get to act before it does. What would you like to do?
I'm currently trying to figure out all my stuff that I'm getting, because I get a bunch of boosts to things.
Think of it more like you have a reaction to this.
Yeah. I would probably want to try to get Alexander to where he'd be able to, if need be in melee distance.
All right. What's your move speed?
It is 60 feet.
All right, 60 foot. Ooh, sure. Yep. All right. You move once, and yep, you're now in pretty close proximity. You can drop Alexander and, I mean, Agnes can still stay on your back if you want them to, but yep, they're dropped in melee. You have 2 more actions. What do you want to do?
Yeah, unless Dante dumps Agnes off, she's clinging on for dear life. She's not going to.
Oh yeah, like Dante knows Agnes's range, so at least keeping her on his back is the smarter thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Since I don't have 6, okay, we're just gonna do this manually then. Double check. Trying to figure out what my normal attack modifiers are for trained on.
I'm glad we didn't stop for a swim. Could you imagine?
It's true. So what are you trying to do?
The aerial form it switches to dex based versus strength based.
Okay, the difference
So
between dex
I'm
place,
trying-
the difference is a +4. So just do your normal one and then add 4.
Well, if my modifier is higher, I get an additional bonus of +2. So that's what I'm trying to figure out if my attack modifier is higher.
I don't think it's your attack modifier. I think it's your dex modifier.
No.
Your attack modifier for unarmed is 12.
No. Okay, so then it would the aerial form would be higher because it gets a +18 modifier.
Sure.
Okay, so because I'd have to manually input everything for this.
That's okay.
23 hit.
All right, a 23 does
Talon.
not hit.
You know, I'm gonna use a hero point.
Sure, not a problem.
That is worse.
That is worth. But thankfully, a hero point is at advantage, so you still stick with the 23. That will still miss. And you have one last action.
We'll try Talon again at -5.
All right. The crow swoops down and attempts to claw and strike at the dragon.
26.
Will miss.
Alright, that is all 3 of my actions.
All right. So Dante is the only one who could act just before the dragon got its action off. It readied an action, and as you got closer, the dragon's readied action goes off. It launches a series of quills into the air, ranging from its tail as it swings around. As these quills spread in the area, the dragon at the same time unleashes a breath weapon, creating these flaming arrows of these poisoned dart needles directly over our group. It kind of like looks like one of those like Chinese action films where all the arrows just now head in your direction as they descend upon you like a cloud. We will return next week to see if our heroes can survive the onslaught of the dragon and its quills of death. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us. We hope you had a great time. I know that I did. It was so good getting to hang out and meet all of these. Hang out and meet Alizaro, and get to know them a little bit more. Next week we should be back with another new player, so that'll be also that'll also be there as well. We also got to see the Death Coach coming after Alexander. There's so many things that were happening. Thank you again to all the people who donated for the chat today. Honestly, guys, you are amazing. I cannot believe we're at 40% of our goal to help with the vet bills that are coming up. Honestly, it blows my mind and really does humble me when it comes down to it. Times are tough, times are hard, and this is my effectively my full-time job. So it goes a long way to have your support and your constant care. What is the current Fortune Dragon counter? The counter is at, I believe, including 2 rounds in the first one, 7 rounds in the second, 8, 9, 10. So they're at 10 now.
I
Pardon?
thought the second was rounds. Because we finished it early because we did that cool thing.
Oh yes, so that'd be 9 then. They're on the 9th round now. Because we're including the Death Coach as part of it. Because the Death Coach is what's coming after Alexander. We then had the stuff involving the battle with Jack. So yeah, I think you're on. Hold on, wait. So 2 rounds for Jack, 4 rounds.
I thought it was 1.
No, it was 2 rounds for Jack.
Rounds for Jack. Okay, it was 4 rounds for the second one. I remember that because and I was super excited.
Yeah, so that was the so that was 5, and then 4 rounds for the Death Coach. No, actually, sorry, 2 rounds for the Death Coach. So that's 7. So they're on 7th round. So there we go. Cool. So you're on 7 rounds. Thank you, Schoolie, for that. And again, also thank you to everyone who came out and supported our new player cast. I can see like a lot of familiar faces here, which is always fun. Be sure to join us every week as we will be back for more adventures. We'll get to see more of this amazing, fun delivery bird, which has a very special place in my heart. Also, if anyone's asking about the twist cards, we have False Memory, which came through with Agnes's ghost, so that was where that came from. And then Wrath came from the dragon, who they have now personally affronted and will now attack them with reckless abandon. So there we go. All right, I think that covers everything. We are going to raid. Who are we going to go and raid today? Who is out and about in the community, doing their thing. Phoenix Iwaki's doing some stuff. Is it just Phoenix out and about? All right, we might go check out Phoenix. Ooh, Scarlet does have a D&D game going on. Tabletop Notch. Darling Creep Show. It's been a while since we've gone raided Darling. And let's see. Ink and Lyre. Ooh, you know what? Ink and Lyre are doing an episode launch. So this is a new series launch. So let's go give them some support there. Ink and Lyre are also a group that handle one of my favorite RPGs, which is Through the Breach. So we're going to go and enjoy Chromatic Academy Chrysalis, Episode 1, with these amazing and wonderful people. So thank you guys for coming and joining us. We hope you have an amazing time. My name's Mark. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week, playing some Pathfinder, chilling out. Be sure to hit that follow button and subscribe. And until we meet again, as always, from us to you, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.